truly sorry to say that if you clicked on this video, or if you even just hovered over it, I've got some bad news for you. Now, with that said, as someone who truly believes in that alpha stuff, as you can tell by my sunny disposition and my man bun, and I definitely don't think that this is a scam that takes advantage of the most fragile people in our society, I will teach you not only how to be alpha at the gym, but also what you should definitely not do, so nobody thinks that you are a beta. Now, believe it or not, being alpha at the gym actually starts at home, because your fit will determine how they see you as soon as you enter. And if your fit isn't congruent with what people believe to be alpha, then you have a problem on your hands. So whenever you pack for your training, there is some things you have to keep in mind. With number one being, an alpha will never ever show his legs at the gym because they don't have any, which means that you will always have to pack long pants. If you're wearing shorts, you're already out of the equation, because that means that not only do you have calves, but you want people to see them, which is absolutely insane. And number two, you will never, ever, ever wear gloves. The calluses on your hands are a testament to your strength and your willpower to go through pain to advance your strength. The only reason to be wearing gloves at the gym as a man is if you want to give your boyfriend a nice and subtle hand job when you get home. If that is the case, you are allowed to wear gloves, because that just makes you empathetic. And the third and final fit tip is that you need to show arms, as much arms as you can. In fact, if your shirt has enough space to show your chest next to your arm with a nipple popping out, then you are golden. Your fit is perfect, and now you can advance to the most alpha exercises. And the most alpha exercise you can do at the gym is doing pull-ups. The only way you can become more alpha than that is by doing them shirtless, and the only way you can become more alpha than doing them shirtless is by doing advanced pull-up variations. You are now showing everyone that gravity is your bitch, not the other way around. Just make sure that they don't see you hop on that bar, because that'll detract from your alpha points. You gotta make sure that no one is watching when you're mounting that bar, unless you are 6 feet or taller. And if you are, chances are you're not watching this video anyway. Which means that the second most alpha exercise is, of course, the deadlift. Not only because it literally has death in its name, but also because you can just drop the weight and be really loud, and you know that there is nothing more alpha than having the entire gym ask themselves, what the hell is happening over there? Is he having a stroke, or is that weight actually so goddamn heavy that he can't hold it anymore? But that means that there are two very important things to consider. Loading the bar with anything below 100 kilos or 225 pounds is not worth it and will detract from your alphaness. If you're only lifting half of that, what's even the point? You're not even going to be able to bring your spine into a compromised position, even if you wanted to, with such low weight. So whenever you load the bar, make sure that it's at the very least 100 kilograms or 225 in freedom units. And of course, the other thing is that you are not allowed to use clips, because clips mean that you care about safety, and the only time you should be caring about safety is when you are not wearing any condoms. If you're not going raw, what is wrong with you? Are you even a man? Now, this is where things get a little bit more complicated and where the schools of thought diverge. See, some people believe that neutral bench press is the most alpha kind of bench press you can do. And the reason for that is that these people flunked out of high school. Because if you know anything about math, biomechanics, or being alpha, you know that moving more weight is by definition more alpha. And you can move more weight not in a neutral position, not in an elevated position, but in a negative position. Meaning that your goal when benching is to get the bench into a negative tilt, which will help you push more weight, make you more alpha, and increase the risk of injury tremendously, which again is another sign of you not caring about safety, and not caring about safety is the alpha way. But of course, if you do not want to have that problem, you can move on to calisthenics, because if you do calisthenics, no one will ask you how much you bench. Instead, they're gonna ask you some weird questions like, can you do a front lever, and how many pull-ups does it take to become a real man? to which you can say, I don't know, my father should have taught me that, but I never knew my father. Now, with that out of the way, there are only two more very important things you need to learn before you are ready to go to the gym and be as alpha as possible. Number one, lifting anything above your head makes you way more alpha than anyone who lifts below their head. Meaning, you should use the heaviest weight you can barely hold on to and bring it into a position right above your head, which is the most dangerous position for heavyweight to be. This shows, once again, that you are daring the world and daring gravity to try and mess with you, because you're not gonna take it. But even more important, and I can't stress this enough, whatever you do, do not ever let anyone catch you stretching, because that is a surefire way for everyone to find out that you actually care about your health, and there is nothing more beta than caring. What is it? You want to learn how to hinge in your hips so you can present your butt much better when you're out in public? Oh, I can actually raise my leg behind my head. Why the hell would you need to do that? Are you a woman? But even more importantly, what is a woman? That's an actual question. I need a response to that because I have been struggling with finding something concrete. And there you go. You are now ready to dunk on any beta male who is stupid enough to cross your path at the gym. And in just a handful of weeks, you will be the top of everyone who frequents that place. Now, I can't promise that it'll be in a good way, but I can promise that it will happen. But with that said, once again, sadly, that's all the time I have left for you today. If you liked the video, like the video and subscribe. And please, guys, check out other videos on this channel. For instance, this one, which YouTube thinks you will love to watch. And I will see you guys tomorrow because we literally have new videos every single day. So until then, Captain Cairo, peace out.